Friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely day. Now it's been about 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks or so, maybe 3, since we did our last 1 year Stanley Cup or bust rebuild, getting back into the thick of things. Oh, do we have a challenge today? Let's just slide on past these guys and try somebody else. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna close your eyes real quick. Oh, we're doing Pittsburgh. That's great. Yeah, we can do Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's right up to Seattle. There's Seattle and there's Pittsburgh. Yeah, Carlson, Malcolm. Yeah, we can do that. No, we're on to the San Jose Sharks. And boy, do we have a challenge ahead of us. So we got some bad contracts, if I'm not mistaken. They're kind of in this big rebuilding phase, shipping players out the door. They still have some solid players. Hurdle, Couture, Duclair. Nothing wrong with those guys. I'm afraid of the contract versus the production we're going to get out of some of these players. And just the pure fact, again, of having to completely rebuild this team, it's going to take a lot. But, a little challenge kind of makes things a little bit more exciting. A little challenge never hurt anybody. So let's take a look again. Let's start to look at the lines. We'll look at the lines of this hockey team. Duclair, Hurdle, Barbanov. Now the beauty of this team is what they have going is they do have good chemistry, but we obviously can't keep those guys in the first unit. Can they play the second line? They can. The chemistry is so good in the first line for all 3 of these players. But that just goes to show that they're not built to be on the first line, though, because that's the role. All of them are second line forwards, but all of them have beautiful chemistry to fit on this first line. Every single one of them. First line material. And this is what I would like to see I'd like to see them all right here. This is the roles. The problem is they have no scheme fit here on the second line. We have the playmaker, the sniper. It's not a terrible combination. And I ain't against Logan Couture being our first line center, but he wants to be the second line guy. So I think Hurdle, again, the problem is Hurdle's role second line. He's going to have to be our first line guy. He is a sniper. He does have 83 draws. Not terrible. He's got such great chemistry on the first line that I want to keep him there. And I think you build on that particular dilemma, playmaker, sniper. Is that the worst combination? Not really. As far as the bottom 6 is concerned, how we looking, Hoffman's going to have to go. I can tell you that right off the bat. The defense just isn't there to be a bottom 6 guy. We're going to have to replace him. Kunin, a little better 2-way forward. How's the role look for him? He wants to be a third line. Yeah, that's the spot. He's in a good role there. The chemistry's not the best. Philip Zadina. That's going to be difficult. That's going to be difficult to deal with. I forgot Zadina. That's 70 overall. He's going to have to go. Hoffman's going to have to go. And again, we'll be all right there because we're going to move Granlund's going to go down to the unit. Who else is going to go? What's Barbanov? He's a playmaker. So ideally, an undrafted Barbanov. What a pickup that was for the San Jose Sharks. Ideally, I'm saying we're going to look at the contracts, but ideally we're going to move one of these playmakers. Because you're just not going to fit on a bottom 6. We don't like putting those guys down on a bottom 6 and as good defensively. Ideally, though, we need 2 starting wingers. We can try to service out these centers, but we need 2 top line wingers. That's where things are going to start here. Baby. We need 2 top line defensemen. We need 2 second line defense. We need some of everything. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be the challenge of all challenges. Building a team from the ground up. There's no exaggeration there. Let's go ahead and start. Whoops, somebody didn't turn their watch off earlier. I'm just getting a notification for that. That's nice. It used to always, when you did your workouts or whatever with the watch, you turn it on and you'd get the notification when you sat there for a while. That's the second or third time that I just got a good, what is it? I just got a good 2.5 hour workout in because of that. Not really, but hey, I was saying that's what it was. Nonetheless, let's go and look at these contracts here real quickly. Thomas Hurdle is probably getting paid the most, and that's what I'm so scared about. $8 million for Hurdle, $8 million for Couture. I'm not a fan of those contracts. How much cap space we got? A lot. That's beautiful. That's good news. A lot of cap space. Duclair's probably going to be that guy we move for $3 million. I can look. Duclair's only 28. I feel like Duclair's been in the league forever. He's how many teams has this guy been on in his career at age 28? Florida, Ottawa, Columbus, Ottawa again, Chicago, Arizona, New York, and now San Jose. He's been everywhere. That's why it feels like he's been around so long. Nonetheless, we look at this team and say, $5 million in Granlund. Granlund was talking about being a 2-way guy, but I don't think he can, not for the fourth line. Let's build this by the contract. LeBlanc is a 2-way guy as well. See, that's what's going to kill us. It's not going to kill us, though, because the beauty is it leaves us some space, a lot of cap space. Does Vlasic even play? $7 million This team's got so much cap space to work with. I'm done looking at this. We should ship half this team out. I'm more worried about what kind of draft capital do they have? Do they have every draft pick? Do they have a couple extra draft picks? They've made some trades over time. Do they have some young prospects that they can trade? Not really. Not really at all. Not really at all. With San Jose, it's, at least according to EA, it's going to be some tough sledding. There's going to be some tough sledding for quite some time for y'all. They do have Pittsburgh first. They have their own first, so that's good. They're going to have 2 first-round draft picks this year. They're going to have a first-round draft pick next year. Their own first-round draft picks. They're going to hold a lot of trade value. The Devils, San Jose Sharks, they hold some value there. What's going to work out for this team, I think that they're going to have, we don't have a choice, is we're going to have to finagle the cap enough to where we take on some bad contracts of some older players that the league might be like, we can make that work. This might be the task of all tasks. I mean, we've had some bad teams we've done before in the past, but the thing is, again, typically there's some younger prospects that hold some trade value. There's some sort of room there to wiggle with. Hopefully there's some free agents. I mean, that's all I can hope for. Is there any decent free agents out here? We have Ethan Bear. Actually, that is Jonathan Toews would be a big pickup. Bear would be a great pickup. We need a two-way defender. We can instantly put him on. Well, they're saying the third line. What's he want to get paid? $2.4 million. Consider it done. Offer that contract. He wants asking price 2.4. We'll give you 2.545. Jonathan Toews, same story. He does fit on the third line. That's some good depth there. We want to have that. We're going to go ahead and again, he wants that. We'll give you this. Beautiful Pinto. He is a two-way forward line. Oh, let's go to first line. That's tough. His defense could be better. His face-offs could be better. What else we got here? Let's go by overall. I don't know what this guy's doing up here. Pinto, Corey Perry. I'm imagining he's a grinder now. Corey Perry might not be a bad option. Everybody wants to be on a first line on this team. We might have to get a coach. We haven't gone coach firing in a while, but the scheme's just not scheming up for us right now. Phil Kessel's out there. I like Corey Perry. That's a good addition. Again, we got the cap space. Yeah, we got the cap space for Corey Perry. We're going to move a couple guys around just to make sure we have room before these guys sign some contracts. So let's go to make a trade here real quick. Get somebody off the books. We should be good. Judging by the offers we just made, we should be plenty good there. But just to make sure, I don't want to get to a situation where they reject it and they sign with another team. That would kind of be detrimental. So Vlasic's got to be the first one to go. We can't keep that contract. Not for $7 million. There's too many guys out there. Does anybody out there want Vlasic? I mean, I'm not even going to be picky. You just go and give us anything at this point, and we'll take it. We're going to try to be crazy about it. Now, we don't want Labushke's too expensive. They want to deal Hag. Hag's got no trade value. He's a cheap contract. He's some depth. Is there another team out there that's got a little depth at defense? Soderstrom, he's got some trade value. I don't know if they're going to send him our way. How old is he? 22. That's not a bad age. Possibly opens up some things for the bottom deep pair. Leaves us a little bit of flexibility. I don't want to get caught into a situation though where we're hurting ourselves. What's Dermott? He's a two-way forward defenseman. Let's do Dermott. Are they going to send that trade? I can't imagine. Nah, there's no way. There's just too much money. Do they have the cap for that? They do. Arizona's got all sorts of cap space. So Arizona does have a cap space for that. Now, what do we have to throw on to make this trade happen? We're throwing a fifth from Pittsburgh. The trade accepted. I mean, we dumped that contract for all day. All day we're sending that contract for a fifth. So let's go ahead and see if they are willing to take these particular offers. And then we'll look into the head coaching situation here. Hopefully we get some acceptance. Corey Perry had interest, but decided your roster is full with no room for me anymore. San Jose is not going to get... I was extremely happy to accept Jonathan Toews offer. Other than roster space, how many players do we need for some roster space here to get Corey Perry? Nonetheless, Jonathan Toews is going to come on over to San Jose. Ethan Bear is going to come to San Jose. 2 big additions there. We're going to miss out on Corey Perry. That's all right. I mean, it was kind of an expensive purchase for Corey Perry anyway. I mean, we really thought about it. We wanted him because they get the trade assets, but you may be able to get that kind of overall rating for a cheaper contract for really not that bad in the assets. So let's go ahead and make a coaching change here. Right now, I mean, our coach, let's see what happens even with some additions, some players. And that's exactly what we expected. Duclair, these guys, they fit well in this team, but it's not good players. They are good players, I guess, but they're not good players fitting in the right area. We want these guys to be second liners, essentially. And that's not what we're getting. We're not, the pool for coaches isn't the hottest, though. We're getting some forwards coaches, some defensive coaches. Again, same story. Duclair, Hurdle kind of fitting in that situation. Hurdle, not so much. You want these guys, especially Hurdle and Couture, you do want them to have good scheme fits here. And that's the other difficult situation we're running into. An offensive coach, more balanced. I don't know. I'm having a hard time here. I'm having a really hard time here. There's a generalist, but he's a C on a coach. He doesn't want to get onto a C, I don't think. The power play, offense, defense is a C and a C. The teaching's a C. He's more balanced is Vokun. Vokun's a little more balanced, better on the offense and defense. I think he's the guy we have to try out here. Even knowing that it's still Parvanov and Duclair, and that's what I'm afraid of. We're going to send it, though. We have nothing to lose. We really have to try something else at coach because, again, ours just, it doesn't fit there. And that's what's difficult about all this, is trying to fit somebody into this team, into this roster that's going to help build the scheme, because we desperately need to build the best scheme possible to win with this team, just because of how weak the roster is and how much trades we're going to have to make just to build this team. But the role you offered is already... Did I not fire a coach? Did I just glance completely over that? I got talking if that's happening. My bad. My bad. Yeah, you're out of here. You're going to have to walk the plank. There you go. Interim head coach. Let's try that one more time. That's embarrassing. My bad. At least he liked the offer. We got plenty of budget remaining. I mean, that's a nice addition there. We're going to offer the head coaching role. And now here's the thing. Can we upgrade in another area as well? The assistant coach is currently a C. I mean, can we boost up the assistant coach area? Is that going to get us a little bit more money? These guys want to be associates. I think we might try that. We don't typically do that, but I'm kind of curious. The goalie coach is not the greatest as well. Maybe we go after a goalie coach instead? What kind of goalie coaches are out there? Generalist. And these are for the goalie. We're not seeing any goalie coach out there, so we probably won't do that. But let's see if we can attack one of these associate coaches. Let's go defensively here. We're going to offer this guy some money. What position are we trying to fill? Is it associate or assistant? It is the assistant coach. Now it's gonna have to cost a little bit more because they're better than an assistant coach, and they're probably gonna want more than this. But again, we're trying to do anything we possibly can here to possibly help this team out. I hope he takes that contract because we're about to fire this guy. He's gone. He's gonna be walking a plank. See you later, Caleb Blaker. You currently do not have the correct amount of coaching data filled in your team. Please fill the following out. NHL assistant. I can't do anything about that. Can I make this guy an assistant info? How do I fill that role temporarily? I don't know. Did I just mess that up? I feel like that's what happened. The NHL assistant coach, and now what? They're gonna let that happen? Okay. We'll see, I guess. They're gonna say that role's filled, and I think I just boogered that all up. Is that how this game is? You can't just... I don't understand why EA is like that, where they make you... Like, we're clearly trying to get a coach. Your offering was a role so ideally suited by my skills, so he's here. I would have to accept your offer, but the role... Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that, EA? There's no such thing as filling... There's no such thing as filling an empty role unless you promote a guy. So essentially what has to happen is we have to hire him, I'm assuming, as a goalie coach? And then we promote him? Promote coach. Please select the role to promote this coach too. I guess that's what has to happen. I will see, that's where it'd be great if, hey, look what I found. It would be great if you could hire them right on the spot, because otherwise you end up in this situation where you're kind of, what am I supposed to do with this? We'll offer that contract. No, we're not going to offer him the assistant. That's right, my bad. How do I undo that? I can't undo it. He's going to have to reject it. We're going to offer this guy just because I'm a little impatient now. I'm a little bit impatient. I'm a little frustrated by the situation. I'll be honest. Because you should just be able to operate right here, because they put you in such a pickle where now it's like, oh, okay, you have to fill this void, or you have to fire another coach in order to fill it. And it's like that. You're kind of boning this here, because you have to, you got to fire people. I was going to accept your offer, but the role you already offered is filled. What about the other guy? Happy to accept Nacho. I was driving the factor. Okay, yeah, that money was nice. All right, so let's try that one more time. And we're going to look at what this team currently is like with the current situation. So you're the goalie coach. I would like you to be promoted, first of all. No, I don't want to fire you. I want to fire this guy. This guy's going to go. You're out here. Walk the plank. We're going to promote you. No, I want to fire you. I want to promote the NHL assistant, and then we're going to get a goalie coach. Who wants to be our goalie coach? Anybody? This guy is not going to take our goalie coaching offer, but hey, what do we got to lose? Oh, we have a lot to lose. We don't have any money left. We have a lot of budget for this guy. All right, so let's try somebody else. Let's just try a... Let's see if there's a goalie coach out there. Can we filter by goalie coach? No, we can't. Okay, can we filter? No, we can't. Goalies. I know there's got to be a goalie coach in here somewhere. Generalist. Did I miss the goalie coach? Does anybody want to be a goalie coach? Does anybody out here want to be a goalie coach? Somebody's got to want to have it. I know you want it. Here we're going once, going twice, and sold to absolutely nobody. All right, so a D goalie coach. I mean, not a big change from what we have right now. Here we go. Offer you a little money. Come on down, Hemsky, be our goalie coach. Now let's go to take a look. Actually, you should take that. Let's take a look at these lines real quickly once more. See if that changes the trajectory of these guys on the top line or not. That's fine for now because we're going to change it. He still wants to be a first liner. Hurdle wants to be a second liner, so that's an upgrade, I think, because I'd like Hurdle at the second line. I'd like Couture at the second line. But Kirk, if Hurdle fits there, if the shoe fits, we still desperately need wingers. We desperately need everything, actually. All right, so we have a lot of moves that need to be made, and I don't know where to start. Can we look at, we're just going to go, let's go wingers first. We got to score goals to win games. We'll go forwards, not caring about the player roles. We need first liners. That's really all I'm worried about here. So we're going to go 86 plus. Contracts ain't an issue. We're really looking for cheap players here and cheap players only. Let's see what we got to work with. Logan Couture, hey, one of our own guys. Oh, Johnny Hughes, 10 bills. He's cheap for a reason. Matt Zuccarello's on 87 in this game. I didn't know that. How's he looking? A playmaker. He does fit on the first line. Would we put Zooks on the first line for this team? That's the question. Did we see him as a first liner? Or what about a Teravina? Do we need a goal scorer more? How's the goal scoring abilities look? 88 by 88. Teravina would be a good second liner. I mean, I wouldn't be against having a second liner. We don't really want the two-way forward. Brock Besser. Forwards, third line, so he's not really fitting there. I'm curious if that's our current coach or the old coach. And that situation is different because Brock Besser is a goal scorer. I would like a Brock Besser. I think we want Zuccarello and Brock Besser. I mean, Brock Besser is also a top 6 forward, so he's cheaper on the value. The power forward combination, playmaker power forward with Jamie Benn, is that the winning combination in this year's game? Jamie Benn's probably getting paid. Oh, he's getting a bag. Yeah, he is. Brandon Hagel's out there. Good passer. Average shot, forward line 2. Claude Giroux's out there. Wins good draws. He's getting paid some good money still as well. I would like to see us with the goal scorer. I think we're lacking the goal scorer. And that's making me want to try Brock Besser, even though he doesn't have the best scheme fit. I'm really hoping that the scheme fit's not proper right now, because we got to have somebody that score goals. Somebody on this team has got to score some goals. And I'm hoping it can be Brock Besser. We're going to send him Bysted and a whole lot of draft picks. How about a San Jose Sharks, a second-round draft pick for Brock Besser? And we have all the cap space in the world. We're going to go to send that. And they said, how about, you know what, Vancouver? You know what? You want to be greedy? Let's talk. Who else you got? Hronek could be a big addition. That would be a nice addition. Top 4 defensive pairings. He fits everywhere. Good passer. Gets rid of the puck easily. Has some great defensive abilities. Hronek for the first line. We're going to throw a second player on here. San Jose would be over the cap or the league maximum salary as far as players are concerned. Well, don't worry. We'll treat you well. We'll treat you nice. We'll take you to dinner. We'll give you a little defenseman action back. Who would you like, Benning? Let's see who's worse here. Benning or Kaiser Benning? Statistically wise, you want to go the defensive defenseman or the two-way defender? Typically, the two-way fits better. How's he looking scheme-wise? He fits in the first and the third. This guy only wants to be on the second. Is it much different, though? Not really, no. I think Knovtsov is a better option here. He's got more flexibility. So we're going to offer you Benning. We're pretty off on the trade value now, obviously. So let's see if we can do picks. Wide. Do we want to get rid of our San Jose Sharks pick right now? I can't believe that's all the value it has. That's not a lot of value, all things considered. We're going to give you 2 seconds. There ain't no way you're willing to take that. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. We're going to throw you another one, though. I mean, how bad does the meter look? How much can we stretch this? We got to make this happen. We got to nickel and dime you the best we can, Vancouver, because our team is not good. I don't want to give him too many seconds and be out of seconds. That's my other concern. First, how many seconds do we give him? Can we give him another second? We have to give him another second. We just said we don't want to do it. We're about to do it. 3 seconds. Trade rejected. Still told him we're going to do it. We're going to have to offer you the bag. The bag, aka a first round pick for best and you know, they're completely worth it. Trade accepted. This is Jim Ross moves. Perfect. Take it. Go ahead. We picked up a defenseman. We picked up a forward. Still got some room to make some more improvements. Best are going to be that sniper for this team. Let's go back to the trade value game here. Giroux could be an option. He's so good everywhere. Up and down the ice, in the middle of the ice. The face-offs are an 86. I would like a Giroux. What other direction could we possibly go here? There's some higher overalls that are cheap out there. Joe Pavelski could be an option. Anze Kopitar is getting paid too much. We have no cap space available. So let's first get rid of some players here. I guess we don't have to do that direction. What are we looking at? We added one player. All right, we're going to look at our lines of we added one player on each position. How's Besser look, though? See how the chemistry looks. Yeah, see, he fits on the first line. So we can't look at the scheme fit because it's showing the last player scheme fit because he only been on the third line. That wasn't it. I'd like these guys not to have second line roles, though. I should have probably paid more attention to that, and we didn't. That's a mistake. We'll do that moving forward here. See what we can get rid of. I mean, anybody, really. We got cap space galore right here. That's kind of the beauty of this team. LeBlanc's going to be gone, right? Is he a playmaker? No, but he's still not for that line. We can't keep him there. We can't keep either one of these guys. We're going to get rid of both of them. Who has cap space? Arizona. Arizona, how's your day been? You guys been doing all right? I brought you these cookies. Arizona will be over the maximum skater limit. We brought you some delicious cookies. The Hoffman with sprinkles and the LeBlanc sugar cookies. They're good. They're delicious. You're going to like them. You got to try them. Now, the thing is, it takes... Ooh, cheap Vorjek. The thing is, it does take like a year for them to really settle into your stomach. Arizona don't have more than 50 players in the organization. Arizona, you gonna be difficult like this? We'll just give you the LeBlanc sugar cookies. All right, here, give us Vorjek. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to get a third round draft pick for that. Let's get rid of that. That was kind of crazy. That was a little much. Fifth is probably still too much. Yeah. They'd happily give us Voracek. I'm sure they're not upset about that. Just give it the 7th. They're not going to be difficult about this. And give us... We're looking for trade value. Going in the wrong direction. Give us the 34 years young Voracek. Go ahead and send that over Arizona. What? Arizona? That's a 7th round pick. Come on, Arizona. Don't be like that. I know you like that deal. Here, we'll give you our 7th. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's good doing business with you. Good doing business with you. Who else has some cap space? We have a few more players that we would like to offload. And when I say offload, again, we're trying to help you be a better team. We're not trying to do this for ourselves and not make our team better just because Mike Hoffman's getting paid $4 million and he's not very good. We're not thinking about anybody but you, Boston. I know how important having an older veteran, good leadership. You know, I'm sure you need that in Boston. You guys you only win like every game you play at home, so you could probably use a little leadership. And Mike Hoffman's that guy. Okay, he's not that guy. You guys don't have too many contracts. How about you, Calgary? You've been struggling in the preseason. You panicking a little bit? You panicking? Yes, I think you could use Mike Hoffman. He's a really nice guy. Really loves the game. He's a team player. And more importantly, I mean, he's got enough money to kind of take the team out to dinner. You're going to pay him well enough to do that. There you go. Take a 7th. You're welcome. Now let's talk business here. Let's talk a little business action. Who was we looking at? I already forget. We should have made... Oh, no, we wasn't looking at anybody. That's right. We was going down to Ford game. Did we have a limit? Yeah, let's go 80... 86 still. I don't think that's bad. I kind of want to go a little bigger if we can, but we'll look at the 86s again. Who was it? It was Pavelski and... Who the heck was the other guy? Pavelski and Kopitar. That was who it was. He's getting paid too much. So it is probably Pavelski's world that we're living in. Well, maybe not. Malkin? Malkin on the wing? I feel like we're trading for Malkin and too many Sims, though. We trade for him a lot. So if there's ever a team we need to trade for him in, though, is this one. It's this one. Oh, we're going to make an exception to the rule. I didn't want to do it too often. We got to. We have a choice. We need somebody that can make some noise. I don't care how many centers. You can never have too many centers. I'd trade for every single one in the league. We'll put him on a wing. We'll figure it out. The last thing you want is to be short centers. Hey, if you're going to fill us out here, we'll be all right. What's Riley Smith play? He's a sniper. That's going to be killer. See if we can figure something out for somebody else. Pedersen. That'd be a second D pair kind of guy. Maybe 3.9 is a lot. Entry level kind of deal here for a left defenseman. I could add some depth there on the third unit. I kind of like that. Are we trading too much? Let's just worry about Malkin for now. We'll get Malkin over here in that San Jose teal and black. Oh, is he going to look good? That guy's going to look like a stud. We're going to go take a first round draft pick. We're even going to mess around. Go ahead and send him on over, Pittsburgh. Oh! All right. We're doing business. We're doing a little business now. All right, let's go to defense. We got a couple guys that fit the top 6. We got to start looking at the defense. We can't neglect the defense. We need a 2 top line defensemen. The odds of finding a cheap defenseman still to none, but again, that's okay. That is perfectly okay in this world that we live in because we have plenty of players at our disposal from a cap space perspective. And the problem we have is draft picks. We can't overdo it where we don't have any draft picks, but we need to make sure we're still building a team that can win some hockey games. So let's go to take a look here. What do we filter by? Cheapest, lowest to highest. Bring him back. Bring old Brant back. What's the worst that can happen? Where does he fit? Nowhere. Okay, that's okay because I don't know why we keep looking at the scene. We have a different coach. It doesn't matter. Again, the wrist shot accuracy power. He can bring some goal scoring to this team. A team full of playmakers. I think we could use a little bit better boost defensively. Do we go that direction? Or do we look at Chris Letang? We should have stayed in Pittsburgh. I don't know why we left Pittsburgh. Defensive pairing 3 fits in. Again, doesn't matter. He's good offensively, good defensively, good across the board. We're going to bring in some Pittsburgh players. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try. We should have never stopped at Malkin, I think. My only concern there is it's not the price tag. My concern is, could we go somewhere else? Shabbat's cheaper, still expensive. He's not cheaper, but he's expensive as can be. We're going by trade value, and up here, again, Letang is the cheapest trade value-wise. Keandre Miller's up there. How's he look? Do we want him on his first unit, though? Not as good offensively or defensively. We got to try to get Letang. Letang would be a huge addition. And then all of a sudden, we can start piecing the puzzle together. Would we be over the cap? Is Letang going to put us over the cap? Yeah, we're at 3.7. Let's look at these defensemen real quickly. Who's our goaltenders, actually? Goaltenders, Blackwood's getting paid a lot. That's kind of crazy. And Kuokkanen. The beautiful thing of that is, again, we're going to have some space with the goaltenders as well, because we don't need to pay both our goaltenders $2 million. If we do, we can trade 1 for 4 and have a little bit more cap space. We can get rid of Smek. I don't know if they're going to take him. So let's actually do business with Seattle first. Move this guy out the door. That opens up cap space up. Odds of anybody giving us any sort of draft capital for these players, very slim. Here's a 7. Yeah, he's worth more. And that's exactly what they're saying. We're almost out of 7th round draft picks. How many we got left? We got Boston. Here, you go take Boston 7th. I guess we weren't out because we keep rotating him around. So we're not doing too bad in that department. Well, let's get Chris Letang back here. Tanger. You want to be a San Jose Shark? I know you do. We don't have cap space still? Where'd all of our money go? Let's look. Let's talk about this. I think we can make this work. Yeah, let's give you Burrows. What was the problem? What was the problem here? What was you telling us? Be over the league maximum cycle still? Where's all of our money at? Who's getting paid? Well, we know a lot of people are getting paid, but Granlund, you're out of here, dude. Get off the island. Yeah. Seattle ain't got room for that. We already hit that ship once. Let's look at Toronto. Toronto would love Granlund. Wouldn't you, Toronto? Go ahead, say it. I know you would. Austin's been begging for him. You're lucky we don't charge you more than a 7th. Whoa, we're gonna charge you more than a 7th. Look at that trade value. We'll give you a 2nd. We'll give you a 6th. You're welcome, Toronto. We really did you a favor there. All right, back to Pittsburgh. Back to Pittsburgh. We got to make a deal here, and hopefully they're willing to wheel and deal Chris Letang. Cap space? Yeah, a whole lot of it. That'll work. And again, team's starting to come together. Penguins gonna be worse off after this trade, so I think we keep Pittsburgh's draft pick. And should we try to take their 2nd? Just to make sure we're not overpaying for Letang. Ah, dang it. Did we still overpay? I don't know. We got a 2nd out of it. We got both of Pittsburgh's draft picks. And again, Pittsburgh, you'd think their meter would get a little bigger because we just took Letang. We just took Malkin. Their draft picks have to be gaining some value. Oh, they got left is Crosby. I'd love to hold on to that Pittsburgh draft. Maybe we can. If we can hold on to that Pittsburgh draft pick. I mean, they still have Carlson and Crosby, but if we can hold on to that Pittsburgh draft pick until, 2 months into the season, it probably gains some trade value. An interesting strategy, one we don't normally do, but hey, we take their draft picks, we deplete the team. Not a bad idea. We have to get to that point, though. Right now, we're looking at Hronek and we got guys in a system. We got to call them up real quick. All right, taken care of. Now we go to view these lines. Bringing up Evgeny Malkin on that first unit with Carlson or with Hurdle. And how's Hurdle looking at draws? 83. So that might be a good option. Oh, Jesus. Why is Malkin disrespected so badly in a dot? 75. The veteran. Is he that bad in a dot? Is he really that bad? Is he really 75 overall bad? He won 48% last year. Yeah, but he was ugly a couple years before that. Yeah, man, Malkin, have you not figured that out? You're 37 years old, man. Says to be a veteran, it's got that figured out. Nonetheless, I mean, the bottom six is coming together. The bottom six is really coming together. I like what we got here. We have Lindblom. The biggest concern is going to be Eklund, I think, here. I don't like having a playmaker down here. I mean, really, we get rid of that. And we might be able to do that moving. Barbanov's not going to fit. See, Barbanov can still go. So can Duclair. Because we're not going to move these guys down the line. So those are still options that can be walked out the door. Thomas Hurdle still wants to be a second liner. The problem is, yeah, he might be better there. It looks like him and Couture both want to be there. Malkin's our first true line, or only real true line first liner. They can still grab somebody on, yeah, Barbanov would love to be up there. We can still potentially grab somebody. The defense, I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing that at all. Hronek really does not want to be here. That's tough. That's a tough look. That's a really tough look. But we can move him up here. Him and Letang on the first line. No chemistry. Second line can be Ferraro and Bear. I'd still like to boost up that second line D pair a little bit. If we could do that, that would make me feel good about things. And we need to get a goaltender. We really need a goaltender and a second line winger. We still need so much. So much. Duclair in the second line. See, now we're getting the chemistry going. Now we're looking good. Duclair in the first line with Besser, Malkin. That's not terrible. Do we try to run that? Do we try to give that a chance? Because you got the sniper, playmaker, sniper combination. Malkin needs those kind of guys around him because he will just light it up with some goal scorers around him. And you go to playmaker, sniper, or playmaker, sniper on the second line. We do need a second line defense. I'd like to get even better than a second line. Let's see if we can find a defenseman, goalie type of combination, and we'll come back to the forwards. I'm very nervous about this. I feel like we have to be very, very methodical with the San Jose Sharks just because, when we're out of assets, we're out of assets. So we also can't afford to wait things out and be like, oh, let's wait and see what happens because we know the team's bad right now. It's in really bad shape. There's no secret about that. They need an improvement, drastic. Let's see if we can find a cheaper defenseman. How about Jeff Petrie or even Sean Durze? Now, he might be on a contract year due to get paid a lot, so he probably isn't going to work. What's he got left on the contract? Yeah, he's got 1 year left. We can do Petrie, though. Let's talk about Jeff Petrie. Where's he playing at now? It's not Montreal still. Where's it? Nashville? No, Detroit. That's what it is. They're willing to will and deal Jeff Petrie. Hey, you're willing to will and deal. We're open. Ooh, Patty Kane. Patty Kane's got some trade value. Wow, I wish you could have had him as a free agent still. They took him out of free agency real quick, as they should have, but that would have been some nice trade value. They're also willing to deal Gostisbehere. Is Gostisbehere any good? Man, I don't like doing Gostisbehere. He makes me nervous. Lucas Raymond doesn't. Lucas Raymond makes me feel really good about things. Too expensive, though. Too expensive. A Cider would be an excellent addition. Again, too expensive. And there's some guys that are willing to get rid of. David Perron. I don't like the idea of David Perron. I don't know if I like the idea of Comfort either. I mean, we're getting too low in the overall department. Let's just do Jeff Petrie. That's not a bad addition. And we'll see if we can go another direction for another particular player. All right, right now our defense is looking like we have top line and we have Bear, Rudda. We have some solid players. We could get rid of Derby. He was just here for filling the void. I believe. How's he look chemistry-wise? We're not going to see his. I forgot about that. We went by chemistry with the old coach. Dermot's got more trade value. So we'll get rid of Dermot. I think he's got more trade value. So look bigger. That's about the same size. Now we'll get a guy that's more expensive. There you go. Petrie. Come on over, Petrie. I know you want to be a San Jose Shark. Everybody does. Who doesn't want to be on the Sharks? We're going to keep that Pittsburgh draft pick again. We overpaying for Petrie? It looks like it. We're going to give up a 4th in return. Let's try a 3rd. I don't want to give up too much. Send that. All right. We're doing business. And we still got $9 million in cap space for the San Jose Sharks. All right. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's take a look. No, I think, what do we need a goaltender? Let's take a look. Let's find ourselves a nice goaltender. Now, this is where things are going to be difficult because good freaking luck finding a goaltender that's on the cheap, but we have to find something. And again, the beauty of this is we do have a goaltender taking up both of our goaltenders taking up $2 million in cap space. So we'll see what we can do here. Vinny Husso's getting paid a lot. Sermion Varlamov might not be a bad addition. Varley getting paid some good money, not too much money though. 2.7, that's a good deal. Who else is out here? 3.5. I would like a good defense. Do we go big on a goaltender? Let's talk about Swayman. Oh, Swave nasty. They want to get rid of him. Are they paying him next year? They must be, because we'd be over the cap with him. Oh, they didn't update our cap from the last one. I didn't think we had that much cap space. I don't know where that was coming from. Let's go with the cheaper goaltender then. Let's lower the books a little bit. Robin Lehner would be a good addition. I like Lehner. Let's talk to Robin. Let's see if they're willing to wheel and deal Robin over there in the LA land of Vegas. They got so many goaltenders over there, and they just seem to produce with all of them. We're gonna send you. Hear me out. We're gonna send you the more expensive goalie because we're nice people. Oh, they're gonna take that straight up. No chance. I don't know why. Don't mind me. I really thought that was a thing for a second. So we're gonna send them again. I'm assuming a second's too much. Not enough. Our third's not enough. Nah, that's not enough. We'll send him a second. And we're running out of seconds, which again, it's okay. It's not a huge deal. Go ahead and take that. Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. Don't take it. We'll send you a 4th with it. We'll send you your own 4th back. That's got to hold some value, right? Of course it does. So there's that. Now, again, let's take a look at this team real quickly one last time. I keep forgetting how to make a lot of moves. So it's hard to keep track of what we have and what we don't. We picked up the defenseman. I think we still want another winger. Yeah, that's what we was looking for. We can pick up another winger. That would be fantastic. The defense, you move you here. Petrie up to the second line. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I want to get another forward, another winger. That's the department we need to go in. And I think we try to play some games. And we try to salvage that Pittsburgh pick. Because again, I think Pittsburgh is a team that draft pick's going to go up. And it's going to go up a lot if they have to sit there on it for a little bit. Can we have Crosby? What's Crosby's trade value? It might be the craziest thing we've asked all day, but I know he's not. Tasty. Ooh, nah, it's too expensive. He's too expensive on the price tag. We have $3 million cap space. Let's go back to the trade value game. I wouldn't mind Marshall, but is he a two-way? Nah, he's a playmaker. Playmaker, shot caller. Let's look at Pavelski again. I think he's a two-way forward. Yeah, I don't want to go two-way forward. Although Pavelski does, I think he plays well in this game. He's got good passes, decent shot. Oh, we're going to pass up on him for now. We're going to come back. Trade value's going up on some of these players. I would imagine Timo Meyer's, it's $8 million. I don't know what I thought that contract said. That's way too expensive. Good goal scorer to add to the team, though. 2.75 for Patty Kane. Patty Kane's got such great trade value, though. He's a goal scorer. Forward line 2. Where's the scheme fit? First line. Again, see, I would love to put Patty Kane up there. He's got the abilities on a cheap deal. It's tough to, again, would have loved to get him in free agency, but we got the rosters updated as it probably should be. And if we add Patrick Kane, who's going on this team? Probably Duclair, right? I think we would ship Duclair out the door. I don't think there's a spot for him. Or we'd go with Barbie here. Would it be Barbie or Duclair? We have... He wants to be in a first line. Duclair wants to be in a first line. I mean, they're kind of the same player. Well, not the same player. One's a better goal scorer. How's the goal scoring look? Duclair's a much better goal scorer. His passing is really not that much worse, but is he better defensively too? He's better across the board. Let's give him Barbanov. I like Barbanov because I thought he fit in better places, but really statistically he's not matching up. So we're gonna go that direction. Again, keeping the Penguins picks. We're gonna give you a second. That's not gonna be enough for Patrick Kane. Send it for funsies? Yeah, of course. Patrick Kane's probably going to take a first, and rightfully so. I'm going to 89 overall, so we're going to send you the first. We're going to ask for something in return. Detroit second, maybe? Is that enough? We're going to be... Yeah, I didn't think that was too much, but we're going to try to get something back in return here from Detroit if we can. A Detroit third. Hey, they got our draft pick. Funny seeing you here. We're trying for a third and a fourth. Trade rejected. We'll drop the fourth. Trade for the third. Trade still rejected. They hold value on Patrick Kane, as they should. They pick him up in free agency. They really like this guy. We might not be able to. We might not be enough in the first. All right. I thought we was barking up the right tree. Wasn't even close. Let's give you a Toronto Maple Leafs sixth. A little Toronto Maple Leafs action. That's not going to be enough. Okay, let's give you the Detroit Red Wings third. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, let's slow down a little bit. Let's try a fourth. Let's try a fourth first. Detroit, I would like you to take this trade. I don't know if you noticed or not, but we would really appreciate it. Everything was going so swimmingly. And Detroit was just like, hold up, wait a minute. Why? Detroit, I don't care what your trade block looks like. We really need Patrick Kane. He's one of the cheapest options available, and now we're starting to overpay, and I'm kind of sad about it. We're starting to overpay a lot. We're really getting sucked into this trade by y'all. We was doing some efficient trading. And they ain't even contemplating these offers. We're vastly overpaying for Patrick Kane. Are we gonna do this? I don't think we should do this. I think we overpaid. This is why we don't do bid wars. This is why we don't do trades, because we get kind of caught up into it. Ooh, yeah, we're looking nice now. Yeah, look at that. +5 on the first line, baby. Patty Kane, Mountain, Brock. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can hold that down. That line's got to be filthy. Duclair, Couture. Are those all playmakers? No, we got a sniper in there. Okay. 2 of them in there. I like that. I like that a lot. Hronik, Letang, Petrie, Ferraro. I mean, maybe you improve defensively a little bit. And then the goaltenders, I mean, we stiffened up Robin Lehner and net. I like what we got. I like what we got a lot. Patty Kane, Logan Couture, Besser, Hurdle. We probably should put a defenseman back there. Just a thought. Oh, Ethan Bear's on the bench. I didn't even notice that. We got room for more. Tanger's going to go here. That's going to +5 that power play unit. That looks nice. Tanger, you can't go on both lines, unfortunately. We'd love to have that happen. It's not going to work that way. We'll put Petrie there. Not as beautiful of a line. Who's on the first unit? Malkin, Couture, Kane, Besser. So we can put Hurdle as our center here. That'll improve that line a little bit. I don't know why we have all of our backup players in this particular situation. Is Duclair on the first unit? I don't remember now. He's not. So we'll try that out. What was we looking at? The defense. So really, we can improve the defense a little bit more here. We bring in Ethan Bear. Even Addison's a solid pickup. Where's Bear looking at? See, that's the problem. It's killing us with the chemistry. None of these guys. I can't say it enough. None of these guys fit with the scheme. Dermott does. Dermott might not be a bad option here. That's gonna boost. Yeah, that's gonna get us back to baseline. Who's the other defenseman? Was it Addison? How's Addison look? He's a defensive defenseman. How does his chemistry look? It's kind of that was an offensive defenseman. I don't know if I want that on the third line. So we'll do Dermott. We'll run that. I think we're going to try that. Unfortunately, no chemistry there for the defense. But we're going to run this for a week or two. I mean, we can't go too long. Let's run for a month. Let's run for a month and a half. And we're going to see. I'm hoping if we wait long enough, Pittsburgh's terrible and that draft pick's juicy. I want to thank you for generous financial compensation. I expect we're going to pick up a nice backup coach as well. Salary cap compliance. Teams must be salary cap compliant at the start of the season. Anything that isn't will automatically be adjusted on October 8th to fit within. Okay, does it normally say that? Players on waivers will be in effect starting. I swear, normally don't tell us that. We get new notifications. Ooh, that's not a good start to the season. That's not a good start to the season. Would we like to score goals? We thought that first line was put goals on 2 straight games getting blanked. And you talk about a gauntlet to start the season. Vegas, Colorado, Carolina, Boston, Tampa Bay. Jeez. I can't even be mad at how we started the season slow. Starting to figure things out now. I'm playing some teams that are actually beatable. That was tough. That was a tough look to start the season. San Jose wins there against St. Louis. They're going to play Vancouver. Going to drop the game to Vancouver. We're going to play Seattle, a team we was just pawning some of our players off of. Might not have been the best idea because they just took care of business against us. 9-10, looking like a 500 hockey club. I like a bigger sample size. It's always nice to get it. We're getting blanked and giving up way too many goals in some of these games. 11-12. We're not dead last. We're not a cellar dweller. That's a start. Besides that, how's Pittsburgh look? We're really here for the Pittsburgh. We're playing for two teams right now. We need to see Pittsburgh lose some hockey games. How they look, and they are. Ooh, that's not good. 31-4 or 14-8. They're gonna need to lose more games than that. It's not helping the draft pick. It's not helping the draft pick at all. Let's look at the lines here real quickly. I'm thinking. Hear me out. I'm thinking. Nah, let me see what we got here. I got nothing at all. So 21 points in 27 games for Besser. Mawkins got 24 points. 25 for Kane. So Besser, kind of the weak link here, 21 points compared to the rest. Duclair 4-7 -8. See, that's why I don't like Duclair. It just seems like every game he plays, he doesn't. He's surprisingly the best player on that line. I'm going to switch that up. I'm going to put Besser here and see if Hurdle fits better on that first unit with these two. How's the third line looking? -7 out of Eklund, -5, -6. What is Eklund? He is a playmaker. Eklund can go. He can be. Oh, Jesus! What is that? Kunin. I don't talk about that. -20. You negative every game. You would have to be negative every game to have that bad of a statistical line. Jeez. That's tough. That's tough, and so is our first line being that bad together. I'm gonna put Petrie up there with you. Try to mix that up a little bit. We need to get. I don't know. That was ugly. That was a scary sight. We're gonna try to do a combo trade. You're gonna get Verhage, who is 18 points, 25 games, so looking like second line minutes +4, so pretty solid there for Florida. And we're gonna try to get Gustav Forsling to add to this defense to try to figure something out defensively. 19 points, pretty solid there. Maybe the offensive defenseman combination works out. And honestly, I'd like to get a little bit more depth. Is there a depth player that you would be willing to send our way? Potentially anybody. These are defensemen. That's not going to work. What's your overall ratings look like? This is trade value anyway, so I guess that's not going to matter. Entry level deal. See, there's a defenseman. No. Kind of expensive. I know Lindell's a solid player. He's a two-way guy. How's he looking? +10. That's too expensive, I think. But we're going to try to make this trade work. A blockbuster of a trade, to say the very least. We'll see what we can wheel and deal and send back. Anthony Duclair does hold trade value. That's going to put us in a little bit of a better cap situation. Just a little bit. I'd like to get rid of Kunin. Oh, thankfully, too. Look at that price tag. And now we're in a situation we can make this trade work. Kunin, you're gone. Pittsburgh's not going to be bad, so we're going to send them a first, and we're still not even on the doorstep with this trade. We're going to send them a first and a second. Trade rejected. Can we possibly send you another second? Do we even have another second? There's a second. A first and 2 seconds. Make the trade happen. They said, that's a hard pass. So we're going to go throw them a first round draft pick. San Jose's running out of draft pick compensation, and they don't seem to care. We'll give you 3 firsts. Let's give you 3 firsties, baby. 3 of them. We might have to drop the player. We're going to have to drop Kunin with how bad he's been. What if we drop Lindell? And throw you 2 firsts, less asking price, trade still rejected. We're in a bit of a predicament here. We're going to offer you a second, and that trade's going to be accepted. I would still like Lindell. Is he your best option? Maybe. I mean, you just made out on the trades here. Lindell's got some trade value. I think that's the problem here. Do we need him on his third line? Probably not. Let's see if there's somebody else out there. Just a random look around here. Some team has to have a little bit of depth, though. At the bottom 6 that's not playing like ours, to be specific. Lazar is a +5, 79 draws. Shot blocking could be better. He's a playmaker. That's not going to work. Let's look at Minnesota. Minnesota, what you guys got rocking and rolling here? They are willing to Bogosian. We don't need Bogosian. Patty Maroon. How's Maroon doing this season? +4, 4 points. 40 penalty minutes. Not playing a lot. The power forward role. Stick checking defensive awareness. I'd like to see that be a little bit better still there. That's probably not going to work. Montreal. You guys got anything to offer here? Entry level there. Again, defenseman. That's not going to work. Let's look at Jimmy Vesey. He's pretty balanced across the board. +1, 6 points. He's expected to play this role. Entry level deal. And again, who do we have on this team? Do we still have Kunin? Did we trade Kunin? I don't remember now. Kunin, are you still here? We probably should have got rid of Kunin. Zadina is going to say this holding a trade value, but not really. So we'll send him to Zadina for Jimmy Vesey. I mean, Zadina might not have been a guy. He's a playmaker, I think, right? Yeah, he's a sniper. Okay, so that wasn't going to work anyway. We're going to figure out somebody. That was ugly. I can't believe it was a minus 20. We're not that far into the season to be a minus 20. That was wild. Oh, crazy up in there. All right, so assistant GM best rosters. We'll set the lines real quickly, and we'll take a look at how this team's looking. Still getting a +5 on the first unit. I like that. We're getting Hurdle, Couture, Besser, +2 in that second line. Taze, Zetterlund, Eklund, Better, VC Storm, Lindblom. Again, you have to try something. And then on defense, Letang and Forsling. And finally, a combination of that first line that's going to see the ratings boost. So we'll try Harone. Are they two defensive defensemen? Nah, two away defenders. We'll try that combination with Ferraro and Dermott. And hopefully, again, I say hopefully, that is the combination that gets the job done here. Again, Thomas Hurdle, you are not going to be the defenseman for our power play. We'll change that real quickly. Latanger, I see you already back there. We're going to switch that up a little bit. We'll put, let's put Hronik up there. Am I saying his name right? Because I've been calling him Hronik for a long time. That's not right. I apologize. We'll put Hurdle here. Like so, and see what we can do. I mean, we got a pretty good power play unit. We got a pretty good team in general. We're going to take this to the deadline. At 11 and 12, they got to figure things out because we've traded dang near every asset we possibly can away. I would take it about right here. Right now, San Jose 11 and 12. Picked up another top line defenseman. Picked up another top line forward. If this team can't figure things out, it just wasn't meant to be. But we're going to fight. We're going to claw. We're going to do our best to make it work. Right now, 18 and 15, sliding into a wild card spot. San Jose starting to play some better puck. And boy, is it nice to see that. 23 and 15, the win streak beginning for the San Jose Sharks. The winning combination seems to have been potentially assembled here. Goaltender starting to play better. Defense starting to play better. The chemistry clicking for this team. 27-20-4, head into what looks like a playoff berth potentially here. A win streak though. Losing to the Blue Jackets, that's a big loss. Okay then, 10-3. Hey, I mean, if you're gonna lose, I guess lose ugly. Get it out. You can't lose any uglier than that. Get it out of the way. The last thing you want to see this team do is lose some games here, fall into a losing streak. It looks like they're not. 32 and 24. Again. We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right here. We've made so many moves with this team. We have to trust that the moves we've made, we really redid this entire team. We have to trust the moves that we made are going to win this team a Stanley Cup. I mean, we are deep into this franchise. I know y'all probably don't want to be here for like 3 hours, so we're going to try to truck through the rest of this season and see what we can do here. Right now, it's third place in the division, not even a wild card team, so they're going to get a good matchup in the first one as long as things do not fall to pieces in the month of April. The Sharks 42 and 26, 43 and 26, looking like they have clinched a spot in the playoffs. 101 points. What a turnaround for the San Jose Sharks. 101 points, first place in a division. What a turnaround. A team that was 11 and 12 on the outs looking in. It was ugly. 11 and 12. They finished the season 35 and 15. What a run. Patty Kane 87 points. Evgeny Malkin 86 points. Brock Besser 74 points. Vera Higgy came by, brought this team to the positive. Remember, this first line was struggling. They was a negative team. They turned it around. Jonathan Tate still -10. Eklund still -13. That line about balanced out to finish the season, though. Big switch up for that line as well. You remember that fourth line again. You remember those guys that was -20. So to be even to end the season, pretty strong finish there for this team. Looking at the goaltenders, 908 out of Robin Lehner. Big addition. Taking a quick peek at the stat. Look at that. Oh, we didn't finish first, finished second. I don't know why I thought this at first. Vegas was nasty. 58 and 22. Good luck. Still, though, they didn't put up the points like San Jose did. 3.49 goals for per game. The goals against was a problem. 3.35. Now, the question is, obviously, is how much did that drop? Special teams was great, though. How much did that drop in the second half of the season? That'd be cool if you could split it. You know, that we don't see that. I don't think we'd see that in any sports game in general, but see a split stats thing where you can split the stats by opponent by at least first half, second half kind of addition. That'd be kind of sweet. I kind of like that in the future. Nonetheless, let's jump into this postseason. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm feeling good about the way that this team finished so strong. Ooh, it can't cool down off a little bit, not playing. They're going to go up against an Edmonton Oilers team in the first round, though. They're going to expose us. If that defense ain't figured out yet, Edmonton's going to let us know all about. Oh, geez, 5-2, but a win in overtime, 4-3 in the second game. The home team, you're heading back to Edmonton. Edmonton's going to take game number 3, and there's what we're looking for. The close games, lower scoring. Just got to come through at overtime. Didn't quite do it that time. Another one, 3 straight games going to overtime. One thing's for certain is the team exiting the first round, they're going to be a little bit tired. 3 straight games at overtime. They're going to go potentially to a full 7. Here we go. Edmonton 1-0. Evan Bouchard with the Geno on Robin Lehner. Period number 2. Edmonton is going to give up 2 of them. Zetterlund mocking with the goals. San Jose bouncing back, trying to take this game take this series to a game number 7. Saved by Lehner, by Leon Draisaitl of Vander Kane. The shots are pouring on Robin Lehner in this one, but Edmonton is going to give up another one. The insurance goal. This one to Thomas Hertl. Stuart Skinner giving it up in the or right there in the slot. You can't be allowed in those kind of shot opportunities here, Edmonton. If you're trying to seal the deal in this game, Edmonton's going to get 1 final goal. Not going to be enough, though. We're going to go to a game number 7. Can the San Jose Sharks continue what has been a magical season, or is it going to end short in the first round of the playoffs? A team that was in the dumpster made the playoffs. Got to be happy to be there, but you got to want more. Zach Hyman, 2 straight on Robin Lehner in the first, and it's getting ugly. Game 7, San Jose finds a way to make playoffs. They fought, they clawed, they got there. They had an impressive run. But at the end of the day, unless we see them drop 5 goals in the third period, this one is all but over. Stuart Skinner making some big saves right now, out shooting the Edmonton the Sharks 35-36 to 27. Skinner just been the better goaltender in this from Robin Lehner having a tough go of it. And the San Jose Sharks, after a remarkable season, are going to get bounced in the first round. Unfortunately, coming up a little bit short on this Stanley Cup rebuild. And the New York Rangers gonna win themselves a Stanley Cup this season. I'm gonna check out real quickly to see if the San Jose Sharks took home any hard work. Patty Kane, 6 points in 7 games played, did his best to help push this team to playoffs. The wily veteran, he's had a couple cups in his career. The Art Ross went to McDavid. Sebastian Aho got the Hart. Eric Carlson, one of the guys from the Penguins, we did not plug. Thought about it. And that's why that draft pick really didn't change. They still had Carlson, they still had Crosby. Lady Bing went to Kucherov, Bedard got the Calder. Conn Smythe went to Adam Fox. Aiden Hill got the Vezina. I was just saying, it's like Vegas can give up all the goals. They all seem to do good over there. Masterdon over there in Dallas. Jack Adams. I swear he wins it every single year. Anyway, Jack Adams goes to Sweat. Ryan O'Reilly got the Selke. And Ted Lindsay got a great season. Tage Thompson with the Richard. All right, Tage. All right. No hardware in San Jose, but that's all right. We rebuilt the team, got him in the playoffs. Just couldn't get into that playoff run. Nonetheless, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.